bottom, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing that iron like stamps and I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, and I ain't listening. Is it factive? If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jacob. Sidewalk, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As you run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get him crack as hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Six shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been
and we gon' purge all these demons out.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot, they like to claim leadership, they like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority, they don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. My nigga serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed the year for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mother on high, on high. Baby slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop, their ass see the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ass you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
And we gon' purge all these demons out. We in the end time.
That shit sounded heavy when you put that motherfucker down.
Yeah, I was about to simmer my shot, yeah, sir. I've been over Allah. I'm about to leave for you. I need a phase. I'm about to make the devil really mad. I got a soul he can never have. I'm on the road on a narrow path. Messiah, my rock, falling on commands. I'ma get up when I fall like a man, like Moses did when he raised his hands. Keeping that old man lips to play. We in the end times while you play. I know the angels watching me. Every day I really on my knees. Forgive me, Father, for offending thee. I want Messiah to remember me. I ain't trying to part from me. Plead the blow, watch some demons flee. Show the Father he all I need. I ain't trying to part from me. We in the spiritual war. Messiah is right at the door. We in the end time, yeah, for sure. It's really time to shop from source. Who gon' receive the spiritual power? I'm gonna send it down like a shower. All in that lamp, candles lit. He gonna destroy this in an hour. I told Satan, get thee behind me. I'm in that secret place, he can't find me. Sending them demons at me, get around me. Open that ocean out, but he can't drown me. Who really living and walking the world? Messiah's coming, what you ain't heard. That fire's coming, you about to burn. He's sending them prophets you don't wanna learn. I'm about to leave for you. I'm about to leave for you. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you go, say I'm about to leave for you. About to leave for you. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you go. I need a phase. I'm about to make the devil really mad. I got a soul he can never have. I'm on the road on a narrow path. Messiah, my rock, falling on commands. I'ma get up when I fall like a man, like Moses did when he raised his hands. Keeping that old man lips to play. We in the end times while you play. I know the angels watching me. Every day I really on my knees. Forgive me, Father, for offending thee. I want Messiah to remember me. I ain't trying to part from me. Plead the blow, watch them demons flee. Show the Father he all I need. I ain't trying to part from me.
One, two. There we go. All right. Oh, I'm echoing though. I got an echo.
You got to turn it down behind you. I think the CD might be up.
Oh, stand by. No, that's coming from here. I got you. I know what it is. All right. It is the ISUPK. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of Harlem, New York since 1969 under Commander General Yohana. We've been called to teach the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that we are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I am Officer of 5,000 Tasha Yum. Tonight's class, heavy class tonight. Class on the resurrection. On the resurrection and abortion. How is abortion and resurrection, they're enemies. They're enemies. They're definitely enemies. Abortion, think about it. Aborting your child and the resurrection. How could you have a born again moment if you committed an abortion? And the Most High is against abortion. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how they are warring against each other. And we're going to talk about the crafty counsel against us and where we at and the position that we're in now in this world. Like, where exactly are we at this point in our journey as in this captivity, in this war? Because we are at war. And a lot of us don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that this is war. A lot of Christians don't understand that this is war. A lot of sisters don't understand that this is war. We are at war, and we're in a crisis. We're in an identity crisis. That's what we're battling right now. So it's real. You know what I'm saying? Give me Romans 8. Give me Romans 8 and 9. Romans 8 and 9, because in order to understand our position, you have to understand that first you have to be born again. You have to be able to view the scriptures differently and see them differently. You know, the scripture says, Yahushua said, in order to see the kingdom of God, you must be born again. So that visual you can see right now. You can see what's going on right now, but it's only one way you can do that. You got it? I give it to me.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
But ye are not in the flesh.
We are what?
Not in the flesh.
We are not in the flesh. Go ahead. That's the natural man. Go ahead. But
in the spirit.
In the what?
In the spirit.
We are in the what?
In the spirit.
Go ahead.
If so, be that the spirit of God dwell in you.
In order to understand what our position and where we're coming from, who is?
No, you good. No, you good.
In order to understand the position that we're speaking on, you have to be born again. You have to experience born again. Give me John 3. It's going to be a lot of hip shooting, but we're going to get through it, right? You could actually start at verse 1.
Kanarawakan. The book of John, chapter 3, verse 1.
Go ahead.
There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus.
So this man that was a Pharisee named Nicodemus, he was an Israelite. He was an Israelite. Go ahead.
A ruler of the Jews.
A what?
Ruler of the Jews.
So don't get it misunderstood. This conversation is about the kingdom of Israel, because he was a leader of the Jews. All right, keep going.
The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi.
You know what you see right now? The first thing you understand and see is respect. Nicodemus got a level of respect for Yahushua. He came up to him and said, Rabbi, master, right? Teacher. Go ahead.
We know that thou art a teacher come from God. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except God be with him.
So he's recognizing the fact that the Most High is with him, right? Go ahead.
Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven.
He cannot see it. You can't, that's all I wanted right there, because you can't see it. You cannot see, you cannot discern. Your discernment is shot. Your understanding is shot. You have precepts of men. Everything that you see and you are experiencing is from a worldly position, and not understanding that we're at war. We're at war, and you have to be born again in order to understand. You have to possess the spirit of the Most High. Right. This is the thing that you need to take with you. If the so-called white man, which is the colonizers, taught us everything, right? They taught us everything. They taught us English. They taught us everything, even our faith, our belief. How could they possess the spirit of the Most High to be able to teach us the Bible in the midst of a crime? How could they do that? They're actually in the midst of the crime.
Right.
They're in the midst of sex trafficking. They're in the midst of everything you can name under the sun. How did they have the spirit of the Most High, and now they were able to teach us the Bible? And not only were they able to teach us the Bible, we believe everything that they say. And now we are conditioned to understand the Bible. We approach the scriptures just like they gave it to us. New Testament only. We don't want no parts of the old covenant. We don't want no parts of the commandments. So if you don't have any of that, you don't understand that we are what? We're at war. We're at war. If you don't believe, read that again, Romans 8. One more time, Romans 8 and 9. You have to have the spirit of the Most High in order to see what we're seeing and experience what we're experiencing. You have to be following those commandments. Go ahead.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 9. But ye are not in the flesh.
We're not. In the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, we are not in the flesh. We are not in the flesh. Go ahead.
But in the spirit.
But in the what?
In the spirit.
We're in the spirit of the Most High. Go ahead. We on the same frequency. We on the same page as the Most High. That's how you on this in the same spirit. In order to have the spirit of the Most High, you have to be on the Most High's frequency. You can't be halfway on the frequency. You know what I'm saying? You got to really have that brotherly love. You got to love one another as yourself.
Right.
You can't half step that. You can't love them a little bit or halfway. You got to love that brother. You got to fully commit to this thing when you have the spirit of the Most High. You got any more on that?
Go
ahead.
If so, be that the spirit of God dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Christ, he is none of his.
He is none of his. He is none of his. So guess what? You're not going to understand that we're at war. Give me 1 Corinthians 2 and 16.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2.
Salakia, hold on one sec. I want you to go up a little bit, probably. Wait a minute. Go up to verse 12. 1 Corinthians 2 and 12.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2, and verse 12. Now we have received not the spirit of the world.
We have not received the spirit of the world. We have not received the spirit of man. We're not on that frequency. We have nothing to do with that. So we did not receive the spirit of the world when you become born again. Go ahead.
Not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of God.
The spirit of God. You have to possess the spirit of the Most High. For some reason, a lot of Christians think that we don't even teach the Holy Spirit. They think we don't even teach the Spirit of God. Some of them think that we don't even teach that Christ is the Messiah and the Savior. It's just crazy. It's nonsense. Right. Go ahead.
I think that's because we don't say should have bought a Honda. I think that's why.
Should have bought. You could be right, because some of them say that too. They say we don't have the spirit because we say should have bought a Honda. That's what they say. All right, keep going.
That we might know the things that are freely given to us of God.
Keep going.
Verse 13, which things also we speak.
That's what you're going to hear tonight. You're going to hear us speak things tonight. You're going to hear which things that also we speak. Go ahead.
Not in the words which man's wisdom teaches.
It's going to be unorthodox to you if you never heard this before. It's going to be strange to you. You've never heard this before, because it's not the wisdom of man. This is not the wisdom of man what you're getting ready to get. Go ahead.
But which the Holy Spirit teaches, comparing spiritual things with spiritual.
Comparing spiritual things with spiritual. So we're going to look at two spiritual matters. We're going to look at abortion, and we're going to look at the resurrection. We're going to look at the abortion, and we're going to look at how it is in conflict with the resurrection. Abortion is in a major conflict with the resurrection. Go down to verse 16.
Verse 16. For who have known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ.
We have the mind of Christ. And guess what? Christ never did his own will. He only did the will of him that what? Of what? Of him that what? Anybody. That sent me. That sent me. And who sent him? The Most High Power. The Father. The Father sent him. And guess what? The Father is about that war. He's about that business. He's about bringing that. Give me Exodus 15 and 3. He's about war. He is about war. And we are at war. And like I said, you had to be born again to really understand it. Somebody asked me today, they said, it was a Christian. He said, yo, do you think we at the end? I said, nah, I mean, we at the end, but it ain't ready yet because it's a lot of waking up got to happen.
Right.
It's a lot of other things that got to happen. He couldn't understand it. He couldn't understand that we, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, those of the diaspora, we're at war. We're at war. And you have to have the spirit of the Most High in order to see exactly what we're talking about. Watch this. Let's see what's the spirit of God. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
The Lord is a man of war.
He's a man of what?
Of war.
Of what?
Of war.
Of war, just like David. Scripture says David was a man after the Most High's own heart, and David was about that smoke.
Right.
David was about bringing that order. It was he had a perfect hatred. You can have a perfect hatred according to the scriptures. A perfect hatred. So guess what? I have one. And that perfect hatred allows me to see and envision and understand the war that we are in. We are at war. We are at war. And this is the war that's being brought to our front door. And guess what? Abortion is not the only thing that you got to deal with, but that's one of the major things that we have to deal with right now, because when we came off the plantations physically, I want y'all to really understand this. When we came off the plantation physically, we was 14% of the population. Do you understand that we're 13% of the population now? How the hell are we going down? How is the wealth of Black families? Why are we getting worse? It's getting further and further away from that where we were headed to before the civil rights movement. Since the civil rights movement, we've been going way down. And the reason why is because we're trying to integrate. We're trying to be like our oppressor. That's the problem. We're trying to be like them. And because we're trying to be like them, and listening to the crafty counsel, guess what? It's crushing us as a people. Look it up. I'm going to pull up some of the numbers tonight, but look it up. We was at 14%. Now we at 13%. Now the wealth, the disparity of wealth has actually it's actually further than it was. I think it said that in 1967, the income gap between Black households and white households was like 103,000. Now it's like 240 something thousand. So it's just getting worse and worse. And guess what? You know why it's happening? Because we don't know that we're at war. We have no idea that we are in the midst of a war. And the only ones that understand that and know that really is in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Give me Psalms 83 and 2.
Khan out of one Khan. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
We have enemies. We have enemies. You know who our enemy is? I'm going to show you real quick. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Let me show you who our enemies are. All right, because you have to understand that the enemy that Christ was talking about, he was talking about my brother. He was saying how I got to forgive my brother, how I have to get along with my brother, because my brother and I have become enemies. And we have become enemies because one of us is listening to the oppressor and one of us maybe not. Or maybe both of us is listening to the oppressor and it's causing a conflict. It's causing a war. We in a war. We in a battle. Read that again.
Did you want me to read Deuteronomy first?
Yeah, Deuteronomy.
Khan out of one Khan, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 20.
This is our enemy. When we got on those slave ships, go ahead.
28 and 68, right, sir?
28, 68.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
now,
with
y'all
ships.
do know what Egypt is. Egypt means bondage. So he's saying the Most High is going to bring us into bondage again with
ships.
Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Sold to who?
Unto your enemies.
So we were sold to our enemies. So now go back to Psalms 83. So we were sold to our enemies. So now we know who our enemies are. Our enemies is the so-called Caucasian man, the colonizer, the so-called white man. He is our enemy because the Bible, God is, let God be true and every man a liar. God said we got off those ships. We were sold to our enemies. Psalms 83:2 says this. Go ahead.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
They make a tumult. Go ahead.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Uh-huh.
They have taken crafty counsel
This
against
is the
thy
issue right there. That crafty counsel. That crafty counsel is where they get us at. They get us with that crafty counsel. They go into, first of all, they get us to come out and stand in line and vote. Then after we finish voting for the candidate that actually has caused us and manipulated us and seduced us to voting for them, they go into a secret room. They go into a chamber. They go and have a meeting. They go and they put legislations together. They put laws and rules and regulations and all those things. They do all of those. Those things are crafty counsel. That's crafty counsel. Read it one more time.
Kanadawankan. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones. You know what the hidden ones is? The hidden ones is those of the diaspora, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. So they do crafty counsel. Crafty counsel. And one of the crafty counsels we're going to talk about is not something new. It's not something new. It's not at all. It's something that's old. And it happened to us in Egypt. Give me that. Give me that in Exodus. Give them a little bit of that, and then we're going to get right into it. Exodus, what's that? Exodus 1. And you can do, you can start at verse, start at verse 8.
Kanadawankan. The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 8.
So this thing that we're going to talk about tonight, like I said, is not something new. This is something that they used on us before, and we should know better. But once again, if you're not born again and you don't have those eyes and you don't have the spirit of the Most High, you're not going to be able to discern that. You're not going to be able to understand that we're at war and that you have to look at the crafty counsel. Go ahead.
Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph.
That knew not Joseph. The reason why is because Joseph had found favor in the Pharaoh's eyes prior to this. But now a new Pharaoh has rose up and he doesn't know Joseph, right? Go ahead.
And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
That's how they look at us. After Reconstruction, that's how they looked at us. Right before the Civil Rights Movement, that's how they looked at us. They said, listen, man, these people are mightier than I. They're mightier than we are. They're building all of these towns. They building places like Black Wall Street everywhere. You never heard of the Black Massacre? Go look it up. But they looked up on us and they saw that we were mightier than them. Look, before the Civil Rights Movement, the fastest growing family in the country was Black families. College was up over 170%. We was doing the damn thing. And guess what? We was doing it because we was separated. During the Jim Crow, I had to deal with you. I had to go to your store. I had to come to your event. I had to go and buy what you were selling. I couldn't go to a Caucasian store. I had to deal with you. And guess what? Because we dealt with each other, we built all of these great towns, all of these great cities, and became a great people. But they looked up on us and they said, what? Read that again. The children of Israel, what?
Are more and mightier than we.
That's what was happening. Remember, I just told you when we first came off the plantation, we was at 14%. We at between 12 and 13 now. because they saw that we were more and mightier than them. Keep going.
Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
That's that crafty counsel. That's that crafty counsel. They said, come and let us deal wisely with them. Keep going.
Lest they multiply.
Listen, stopping us from multiplying is vital. It's very vital. It's very important. This is the reason why, once again, our percentages is going down. The reason why my sisters is at 40% of abortions, unaliving babies. I want y'all to really understand that. Like, they use crafty counsel against us. And the crafty counsels they used against us, they use smooth words. We're going to talk about it. Keep going.
And it come to Salakia, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war,
in case we get into some beef with them, go ahead.
They join.
Any beef jump off, any war jumping off, go ahead.
They join also unto our enemies.
They don't want that to happen. They don't want nothing to jump off and we join anybody or fight against them. We're mighty and more than them. This was happening. This is not something that's new. This was literally happening right in front of our eyes. And guess what? Unless you was born again, you couldn't discern it. You wouldn't see it coming. You wouldn't have no clue. You would not know what was going on. Go ahead.
And fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Go ahead.
Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Python and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
All right, I want you to go down to verse 15.
Verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives.
He did what?
Spake to the Hebrew midwives.
Keep going.
Of which the name of the one was Saphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him.
You shall what?
Kill him.
Now look, you know why this is so important too? These abortions were so important in the scriptures, and what we need to see in it. They was going after the sons, not the daughters. They was going after the sons. You know why? Because you are what your father is. The father is what determines the ethnicity of the child. So they said, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. Keep going.
Kanadawan. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
If it be a daughter, let it live. Now they don't give a hell what it is, boy or girl. They getting it up out of here. That crap, the crafty counsel in this Egypt, in this spiritual Egypt, is off the damn chain. Off the chain. Give me Psalm 64:2.
Kanadawan.
Off the chain. Off the chain. So listen, abortion is murder. Can I say that, sir? Yeah. Unaliving. Yeah, that's murder. That's you're committing a great sin when you do that. The Most High fashioned you in the womb. You got that Psalm 64. Let me get to it.
In verse 2.
Yeah, hold on.
Kanadawan.
Psalm 64:2. You got it. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, in verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
So he said, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, because that's that secret counsel that I told you about. That's that crafty counsel. It's in those secret counsels of the wicked. They have counsel of the wicked. That's why when you look, I'm gonna tell y'all, I had went and applied to get a store, a building, right? And it was a big thing. It was a big thing. And I tried to apply for the building. And when I applied for the building, they told me that I couldn't get that building because it was in a school zone, right? So what they did was They had a meeting the next Friday morning, a council meeting the next Friday morning when everybody at work, not in the evening, not in the afternoon, but Friday morning, and they did a revote and they moved that out of a school zone and gave that building and that business to Esau. That's crafty counsel. That's those secret councils that we don't know about. Secret counsel of the wicked. That's when they get together and they get to manipulating. Go ahead, sir.
You know, something you bring out is heavy because I know, like, okay, like if you want to do, say, like if you in America and you want to do business over in, say, another country, right? Now, in order for you to do business in that country, you have to have a person that's in that country. They have to be like part owner with you in the business, right? And they do that so that you can't like just come into their country and just take over, right? But then I started thinking about that today because I'm like, okay, so we can't go to other countries and you can't just open up a business without having somebody that's from that country on the board of directors, on, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, in the reverse, now think about other people that come to this country. Now, we got all these Dunkin' Donuts, all these 7-Elevens, all of these different stores, the Chick-fil-A's, all of that, right? But, you know, where's the black person that has to be part owner in this? You get my point? That's why I was like, wow. So right, you can really see like it's a concerted effort to keep black people down because East Indians can come over here, open up a business. Same thing with Arabs, and they can open up a business and they don't have to have no like real American that would be there. And black people, since we've been here, we would be considered those Americans, right? Damn right. And they shut us out.
You know what you're saying? That's heavy too, sir. They also give them tax breaks. They give them major tax breaks. You know what I'm saying? They waive contracts for like the money that you have to put in when you're trying to get a bid and you got to put the money up, like the one that we talking about. Yeah, they'll waive that for them. Just imagine, in order to get into a contract bid, it costs 10 grand, and they waive it for you. Not for me, but they waive it for you. Go ahead.
If I could, what you're saying is heavy because I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers. He said when he was younger, he overheard an argument with his aunt and her heathen husband. And he said that the heathen husband was talking down on her because she was a black American. And then she said, don't you ever talk down to me, especially when it comes to money, because you came over here from your country and haven't had to pay taxes for 15, 20 years.
That's what I mean.
So they get big breaks when it comes to taxes.
Big breaks. And they get those big breaks because of the relationship that we built from the transatlantic slave trade. Right. That is crafty counsel. That's called warfare. See, we playing checkers and they playing Chinese checkers. I don't know what's the strongest type of checkers you could play. Chess you could play, because whatever they playing, they like even Salakia serve our mate at sidebar. But when they did the the Bilford Declaration? Yeah. Didn't they do that in like 1917? And then the war didn't take place until 1947 or
Yeah.
So does it where they
was already like 100 steps ahead of everybody.
100 steps ahead. Because they listen, Yahushua's Satan, he does his job. Satan does his job. We got to get on ours and understand that we're at war.
Right.
We're at war. Keep going.
Khan out of one Khan.
Read that again. Verse 2.
The book of Psalm, chapter 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Go ahead.
Who whet their tongue like a sword.
Like a sword. They just come out. They can't wait to get in front of the microphone and say something crazy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Like, go ahead. They can't wait.
And bend their bows to shoot their arrows. Even bitter words.
Let me just say this one thing. What's this? This is new lady up there, Jasmine Crockett. She, when they done with her though, when they done with right now, they want her to act crazy. They want her to have a big mouth and keep her out there and all that. But she had just brought it. Did you hear when she was talking about the money? And she was like, we don't need $5,000 or something like that.
Right.
Man, everybody need $5,000, man. What the hell you talking about?
She said, "Who done?"
Yeah, Jasmine
Nobody.
Crockett.
She said we don't need it.
Jasmine Crockett just got her redistrict. She out.
Really?
Yeah.
They got rid of her?
Yeah,
That's what
Jasmine
she
Crockett's
get.
out.
That's what she get. Running around there acting crazy. They want her to act crazy. She just like they could have got any sister. Why they have to get her? I could have took Candace before I took her.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Because it was heavy to your point is that the reason that they got Jasmine Crockett because they feel that she relates to the ghetto black chick.
Yep.
You know, and they feel like because I mean she's a senator and you're up there talking like F this and you know what I'm saying? Like you're not talking with and she wasn't and they pulled all the old tapes of Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett never was Jasmine Crockett graduated from law school.
That.
She was a very educated woman. She doesn't even talk like that. Now, because of course, they want to try to appeal to the inner city black woman, in quotations. They have her being ghetto because they feel that black people will relate to a black woman that's acts ghetto.
Right, and that's the same reason why this was terrible counsel. This was not crafty counsel when they had Megan Thee Stallion or whatever her name is come to the Democratic thing. That right there, that was not good counsel. Y'all should have checked with me. I would have told you, nah, bad counsel. Read verse 3 again one more time.
Count out of one kind. Verse 3, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
I want to listen. Listen, a woman's right to choose, that is a great statement. That is a great quote. Why wouldn't you want the woman to choose? I would. What are you going to choose? What do you choose? I would want you to choose. But they use that now to push abortion.
Right.
And then when you talk about unaliving a baby, you'll say, oh, I don't have the right to choose. I don't have the rights over my reproduction system. No, it belongs to me.
Right.
It really belongs to me. But they use these words. They use these crafty quotes and things like that. But because when you're getting into a discussion and she say, oh, I don't have a right to choose, what you going to say? No. Go ahead.
Salakia. If I could, you brought up abortion and I had found an article that's just a couple lines that highlights what you were saying about the 40% of the abortions. Could I just read it for you real quick, sir? Most High in Christ. It says since and this is from 2023. This is ohiosenate.gov. It says since 1973, the predatory industry has claimed the lives of 20 million black children in the nation. So that's 20 million black children that weren't born.
20 million.
20 million unalive. So
those crafty counsel.
Those 20 million could have had more babies, and those babies could have had babies. But since 1973, they've been cut. It says Ohio's black women and babies have felt the evil year after year, and it continues today. The black community accounts for just over 13% of Ohio's population, yet according to the Ohio Department of Health in 2022, 48% of the abortions.
That's crazy. How much?
48% in Ohio.
I was lowballing it. I said 40. My bad. My correction. Let me get that. Let me jot that. 48.
Right.
You should be ashamed of yourself. We at war. And y'all, the sisters is on the front line.
Right.
And y'all unaliving all the soldiers. But guess what? We play a role in that too. I don't want to not talk about us because, you know, if you don't have that spirit and you don't understand that you at war, you're just going to do that. You're going to fall right in line with it. And we have to understand that we at war and this is not something new. Go ahead.
Right, sir. I was just going to say, you know, when they use a term, you know, her body, her choice, and they make it seem like they're taking the control from a woman and when she has a right to choose. Really, the choosing comes with whether or not you're going to sleep with that man or not. That should be the choice.
That should be the choice.
So the woman does have the right to choose. It is her body, her choice. It's her choice whether or not she's going to get pregnant. So that you can stop from having, the child before you unalive it.
Damn right, you can. But guess what? They don't. They go to the club. Listen, I'm a teacher, so I hear all of it. They go to the club. They come. I am not lying. They come to school. They pregnant. And they talking about unaliving the baby in the back. They talking about it because it's nothing to it. They don't understand that we're at war. Go ahead, sir.
And then that also too. They don't even bring it out, but a lot of it got to do is linked with breast cancer too.
A lot of it.
Sir. A lot of it's linked with breast cancer. Yeah, because that woman, she when she's pregnant, her body starts to change and get ready for breastfeeding and stuff like that. And then when she aborts the baby, that milk that's been produced, that milk goes sour, and then and it causes cancer.
Causes cancer. Mm-hmm. And then they use they take the child that they unalive after they done broke it all up, put something inside and broke it all up. And now they use it for scrap parts, like a car, like an auto shop. That's crazy, but that's reality. Remember, we're dealing with the wicked. We're dealing in the midst of a war. Give me Psalms 139, verse 13. Listen, don't get it misunderstood. Once you conceive, the Most High is already at work. Remember, in the book of Jeremiah, he says, before I formed thee in the womb, I knew thee. So before you got to the womb, he knew you. He knew you before she started thinking about standing in line to unalive you. He knew about it. You got that 139 verses 13 and 6 through 16.
Khan out of one Khan.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me get there. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 139 and verse 13. Mm-hmm. For thou hast possessed my reins. Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb.
Has done what? Has covered me in my mother's womb. So when he says he possessed my reins, it's talking about your organs, your inner parts, your circulatory system, everything, your inner being, right? And then he says, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. So in your mother's womb, before you unalive that child, Yahweh, the Most High is already working with that child and forming that child. Keep going.
Khan out of one Khan, verse 14. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works.
So when he says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made, that fearfully is not a fear as in scared. It's a fear as in reverence.
Right.
As in respect. Like a baby being formed in a womb, that's unexplainable. That's incredible. He says, I am fearful and wonderful, made marvelously are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. Keep going.
Khan out of one Khan. And that my soul knoweth right well. My substance was not hid from thee when I was made in secret.
So when you was being formed, you was being made, it was not hidden from the Most High, because the Most High was the one that was doing the forming. He was the one that was getting ready to get you right and get that head right and get that neck right. Get them arms right. Get the members of the body right. Keep going.
Khan out of one Khan. And curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth.
Keep going.
Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect.
So being not yet made mature, not yet being put together, he saw it. He saw the substance, yet not being perfect. Keep going.
And in thy book, all my members were written.
Come on.
Which in countenance were fashioned.
Was what?
were fashioned.
We were the child was fashioned in the womb. Keep going.
When as yet there was none of them.
Right. So guess what? The Most High is with you. But remember, he says, before I formed thee, I knew thee in the womb, right? Give me 2nd Ezra 14 and 35. Because he knew you before he formed you in the womb. And when you were in the womb, he was forming you in the womb. So this is the Most High's business. This is the Most High's business. You going in and interrupting it? No, that right there, that's unaliving. That's transgression. You're sinning. Go ahead.
Salaki, you said 2nd Ezra.
Before you go to 2nd Ezra though, right? Give me
Did you want Jeremiah 1 and 5?
you could pull Jeremiah 1 and 5. I'm looking for it.
Concern, I'll read that whenever you want.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
So he sanctified and knew you before you came out in the womb. Now go to 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra 14 and 35. We getting into the resurrection part. We getting into the resurrection part because people don't understand that when a child is born, that's a resurrection. But if you unalive the child, there will not be a resurrection with this child this day. Not that one. You got it?
Go
ahead.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and 35.
Now understand. Remember, he says, before I formed thee in the womb, I knew thee. Go ahead.
For after death.
After what?
After death.
So this is talking about after you die. Go ahead.
When Salakia, when we shall live again.
Let's take it from the top.
Salakia, sir. For after death.
So after death
shall the judgment come.
So after death, the judgment will come. Go ahead.
When we shall live again.
When ye shall live again. But guess what? You're running into a roadblock when you should live again. You know what the roadblock you're running into? That crafty counsel. It's called abortion. Unaliving the baby. The Most High knew thee. So when it says that he knew thee, and read that one more time.
For after death shall the judgment come.
So after that judgment, that's when he knew thee. He knew thee. After that, go ahead.
When we shall live again.
So he's telling you when you shall live again. But once again, you're running into a roadblock. You know what you're running into? Crafty counsel. And you have to understand that we're at war. And if you don't understand we're at war, you're going to fall right in line with that crafty counsel, and you're going to be in line. You're going to be a statistic. You're going to be one of those 48%. Go to Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. There is nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Not even a baby. A baby come out of your womb, it is not new. It is not. And guess what? That's a resurrection. That's when you shall live again.
Right.
But if you running around pushing and you marching talking about unaliving babies, you completely, I want you to understand, you against the resurrection. I want you to sleep on that because that's heavy. You are against the resurrection. You got it out?
Sir, Salakia, one moment. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1, verse 9, correct?
9, you got it.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done.
That shall be done. Any more on that?
Khan. And there is no new thing
There's
under
what?
this. No new thing.
Does that no new thing? That new thing involves everything. Even a baby. Even your little son. Even your little daughter. Read that last part again.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
There's no new thing under the sun. Even the war that we're in the midst of, and they're teaching you through crafty counsel, a woman has the right to choose, and you'll go down there and you become a part of the 48%. That's what we going. That's what's going on. That's what we battling. That's what we fighting. There's nothing new under the sun. Give me verse 12. Chapter 12 and 7.
Of Ecclesiastes,
Mhm.
Khan out of one Khan.
If you're against the resurrection, then you for abortions. But if you for resurrection and you're a person that's down with Yahushua, which is known to the world as Jesus Christ, you'll be totally against being against a resurrection. Because when you for the abortion, you against the resurrection. Go ahead.
Khan out of one Khan. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 7.
Mhm.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was,
Uh-huh.
and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
That's what happened. That's what happens at the time when you die. That spirit goes back to the Most High. When you're unalive, that spirit goes back to the Most High and it's recycled. You come back. But guess what? We run into, just imagine you got so, like you got one that's always running into a abortion. Am I wrong for saying that? You got a spirit that's always running into, like, he like, God damn, I hope she don't do it. Oh, she gonna do it again. It's another one. Like, you just think about it. This is one spirit trying, one soul, one life trying to get on the earth and can't get on the earth because every time he's running into a sister that wants to be a part of the 48% that don't understand that we're at war. Can't just trying to get in it. I'm just trying to get in, and you can't get here. You know, one of the most man, I'm gonna lose some views on this one. One of the most dangerous places to be in the black community is in the womb of a sister. Is in the womb of a sister. Statistically. And then moving the man out the house, crafty counsel. Statistically, go look at the stats. Look at the numbers. What you got? Go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say, Kamala Harris, she ran on abortion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, literally,
Damn right.
that's what she ran on, and she had 92% of the black women that voted for it. 92%.
That's crazy. And
Yep.
guess what? Y'all against the resurrection. When you're standing in line, we're going to clip this. When you're standing in line, waiting to vote, well, guess what? When you're doing that, you're against the resurrection because you're going to vote for Democrats that's for abortions. And if you abort the child can't be resurrected. The child can't be born again. The child has no chance at all because you don't understand that we at war. And you're blocking the resurrection. You don't even understand it. You got it? What you got?
Salakia, what verse did you want me
Matter
to
of
go?
fact, I want you to give me Hebrews 11.
Khan out of one Khan. sir.
Hebrews 11 and 17. It's crazy.
The book, Salakia.
Go ahead, you got it. Go ahead.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 17. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he had received the promises.
What that saying? What that saying is that Abraham was getting ready. Remember, Abraham went through a moment where Yahushua said that his seed, he would have a child, and that child would be the heir. Right? The child would be the heir. This is Abraham's son, which is Isaac. And the Most High told Abraham to go sacrifice who? Isaac. That's what he asked him to go sacrifice Isaac. Read that one more time.
Khan out of one Khan. The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 17. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried,
He was tried. He was tested. Go ahead.
offered up Isaac.
He offered up his son. He was offering up his son. Go ahead.
And he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son.
His only begotten son, meaning this was that special child. This was the child which was to receive the heir. His rib, Sarah, she didn't want to abort him, did she? She didn't want to abort him. She didn't want to abort him because he had a mission. But just think about it. Just think about it if she was a sister from around the way, from Southwest. She would have received crafty counsel to go and unalive him. But in this situation right here, Abraham was told to do this. What the purpose of me pulling this is to show you that a child that dies is resurrected. And you running around aborting the child, you're blocking resurrections. That's what you're doing. Keep going.
Khan out of one Khan. Verse 18, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called, accounting that God was able to raise him up, even from the dead.
Even from where?
From the dead.
So the Most High had already raised him up from the dead. He had already raised up Isaac from the dead. And guess what? He wasn't aborted. He lived a life. He brought forth Jacob. And that's how we have the 12 tribes. But guess what? Imagine if she was from Southwest. They'd have upped them, got rid of that child. We wouldn't have had Jacob. We wouldn't have had Israel. We wouldn't have had nothing. Because that is a resurrection. I'm gonna say it over and over and over again. We're at war. And the crafty counsel right now is hurting us tremendously. Tremendously. You got anything else on that?
Khan out of one Khan.
Go ahead.
From whence also he received him in a figure.
In a figure. So he was received already. He was received already. And he made it. I made it. It's easy for somebody to make it, to get in front of a microphone and talk about unaliving because you made it. But think, at this point, we have to understand that abortion is definitely against the Most High. Definitely against the Most High. And it's against, and you're fighting against the resurrection. You got anything you want to bring out, Brother Carl? Officer Carl?
Khan, I was just trying to find the ratio of what the abortion in black women, because they have us at 48%, but I was trying to see, is it 1 in 3? I was trying to search that out, but
I'm not sure, but I can tell you this. I looked at it from a religious perspective, and it's the Protestants
that do the most.
The Protestants is off the chain. They have no clue we're at war. Give me Psalms 144 and 1.
Psalms 144 and 1.
We're at war. I mean, I think that if first of all of our brothers, all of the brothers need to wake up and understand we're at war. They can understand that we're at war. You can understand you're at war with your brother around the corner or your brother across town. But you can't understand this war right here that we at 48%. I mean, I really want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about the wealth, the wealth gap that has now. It's the distance is so wide now since the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement has been the #1 murderer and unaliving system of systematic racism that has been put forth against our people. What you got? You got that? We are at war.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 144 and verse 1. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war.
Teacheth my hands to what?
To war.
We are at war. These hands are used for warfare. They are used for warfare. This mind is used for war. These hands are used for war. Keep going.
Khan out of one Khan. And my fingers to fight.
That's listen, that is when you have a son, that's how you should be raising that son. You should be raising that son to understand that we're at war. And when you go into a meeting, if you go into anything, you have to understand who you are and who they are and what their purpose is. Now, I got a video I want to bring out here, right? This video right here is on let me see if I can pull it. Give me 1 sec. be able to pull it. Hold on, wait. I might just give me 1 second. Stand by. I got a video where it talks about the voices of the slaves, and they talk about how they saw Esau back then and what was his purpose. What was his purpose? Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm having issues with my, it's called, now this is actually the voice of a slave on the plantation. And he talks about, there it is, Jefferson. Let me see if I can. All right, this is a different video, but let me see if I could get it. Okay, hold on. Let me see. All right, hold on. I can't wait, here it is. I think I got it. Yeah, this is it. Now it's going to be a little difficult to understand him because of how he talked. And I'm going to try, because I went over it so many times. I'm going to try to keep y'all in. Let y'all know what he's saying. So let me pull it up. Listen to what he says. Now, the reason why I'm pulling this is because this is an example of crafty counsel. This is like when you talk about slavery to especially a Christian, and they say, well, it was white people that helped us. It was Caucasian people that helped us with the Underground Railroad, and they did this and they did that. So without them, we wouldn't be free. Crazy. Hold on, it's crazy. But listen to what is being said and what the slave is actually saying about the slave master, and how he's breaking down what the purpose of them going to school. Like this, the slave master sent all of the slaves from the plantations to school. Listen to what he says, why they sent them to school. All right.
Of circumstances, good or bad.
I want you to tell me how you got your name. I got my name from President Jeff Davis, the president of the Southern Confederation. He owned my grandfather and my father. He brought them from Richmond, Virginia. My grandfather was a blacksmith. My father was a young kid, wasn't grown. I got my name. My father had learned how to write a little bit in Richmond, Virginia before he brought him down there. Grandpa used to keep choking and shop to mark the other thing. My father took a piece in his pocket and passed it from Marsh Jeff's house. He lay on the sidewalk. And one morning, Marsh Jeff come by and saw that laying on the walk. He go back, asked the cook with me Eliza. He's right on the sidewalk. Who right out there? Say, I don't know, Marsh Jeff. They come out there, I show you, I can read it. So one morning, she's out, throwing out some dishwater. And she cleaned out the dish pan.
Bring me back on. All right. So what he's saying is, hold up. See, we got a delay in here, but what he's saying is that he had a brother. He had a brother that learned how to write. He learned how to write. And he walked past Thomas Jefferson. Is it Thomas Jefferson?
Jefferson Davis?
One of them, the slave master. He was walking past the slave master house, and he was writing. He was writing on the concrete with some chalk. All right. So I'm gonna try to catch y'all up. All right. So here we go. You can mute me.
And she looked around and saw my father down with his knee right on the sidewalk. She told Marsh Jeff. Marsh Jeff sent for the boy to come to the shop, come to the house, and asked him to learn him how to write. Yeah, Marsh Jeff, I learned how to write. Listen to me, little white boy down there. He did, yes.
All right, listen. Here we go.
Jim Tennessee, that's my name.
Okay, Salakia. All right. So what took place was someone, one of the other slaves that worked in the kitchen saw that there was a slave that can write. He was writing chalk on the ground. He was writing on the ground. So she went and told the slave master. And when she told Mr. Jefferson called for him and asked him, who taught you to write? What's your name? Write my name. That's where we at now. He said, my name, and he tells him his name. He writes his name. He shows him he can write, right? Listen. So now the slave master now is like, wow, they can learn. Listen to what he said.
My father's name right here. He called Mike. Write my name. He wrote Jeff Davis' name. He wrote Joe Davis. He wrote Joe Davis. He wrote Vicksburg. He wrote Vicksburg. He said, And Sam went back to the shop. And Martha Jefferson went to Richmond, Virginia, and got 2 teachers. He opened a night school.
Now he's saying, just to bring y'all up because it's a delay, when he found out that he can write and he can write names and stuff, he said, you know what? I'm gonna send y'all to night school. I'm gonna send y'all to night school. But when he say why he's sending them to why they going to night school, listen to why they say they're going to night school. You ready? All right, let me try.
Educate all these niggas. And made my father civil engineer. And they made Canadian Montgomery as bookkeeper. On, they made different ones, farmers, carpenters, sawmills, gins, all like that. That's the income of my father and Canadian Montgomery.
Hold on, let me try to see that they missed it. Wait. All right. Well, I'm just gonna run it down real quick because I don't want to have to play it again. So what he did was he sent them to night school. He sent all of the slaves from all the plantations to night school. Do you know why? He said so that they can learn how when they become free. It actually says that. It says when they become free, they'll be able to do Mr. Jefferson's business. So when we became free, we were starting to do their business. We started making America great. The Underground Railroad, and they helped for the Underground Railroad. They did that not to be against America, so that the slave could be free in America and they can fight together to make America great. It's all about the stolen product. It's all about the stolen product. And what's the stolen product? America. So it's not what you think when you come across Esau. This is how you should think. This is how you should think right here. I'm gonna play one more. I'm gonna play another one. Play one more. Now this one right here, I'm gonna try to play it in here so y'all can hear this one. This one is good.
In 1979, Falk.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to play this one in here. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to play it. Now, this right here, what he say right here, this is how we should look at all of them. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to play this one in here.
Was going on about how he believed in giving blacks the right to go to school, giving them the right to vote, giving them the right to go into anything they qualified for. And then he said he experienced an epiphany.
Yeah, sitting out on a wagon tongue with this old black man, and was telling him what a different kind of white man I was. I remember him looking at me very sadly and kind of sweetly and condescending and said, you know, you still got the disease, honey. I know you think you're cured, but you're not cured. You can't give me the right to be a human being. And was telling him what a different kind of white man I was. I remember him looking at me very sadly and kind of sweetly and condescending and said, you know, you still got the disease, honey. I know you think you're cured, but you're not cured. You can't give me the right to be a human being.
So he said, you still now remember, this is Esau who wanted to have them go to school. He felt like they were smart and they wanted to go to school, and he was proud of that moment. But the slave said, look at you, standing there proud. You still got the disease. And you know what the disease is? I hate Jacob. I warred with Jacob from the womb, and I'm warring with Jacob right now. And crafty counsel is the number one tool that is murking us right now. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Donald Trump got something for y'all sisters that want to think that you can get rid of your man, your husband. Guess what? They talking about now Section 8. Am I saying that right? Section 8? Am I saying that right? Section 8? Is that what? Am I saying that right? The housing? They talking about only doing that for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be crazy. Because I know people that's been in housing forever. They done retired and everything, and now the kids taking over. Straight up. But guess what? Donald, they talking about Donald cutting that off 2 years tops. And after that, back on the block. So look, we're at war. It's time to gather ourselves. Give me that. Gather ourselves together. We at war. And the number one thing we got to do is we got to start getting into that one body. We got to get into that one body. That one, not all of these. You know, he said that you got it. Go ahead, give me that.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together. Yeah. Gather together, O nation not desired.
We're the nation that's not desired. And it's time for us to gather together now. The crafty counsel, like I told you, we getting crushed right now. I know a lot of people think and they seeing on social media and stuff like that, and they saying, man, we doing well as a people right now. No, we're not. The numbers don't lie. Men lie, numbers don't. Men lie. How'd it go? How'd the phrase go? Men lie.
Women lie. Numbers don't lie.
But numbers can lie too. So I got to take that back because Esau would do crafty counsel and he'll manipulate those numbers. He'll manipulate those numbers. And when he manipulate those numbers, you won't get the numbers that I'm giving you. But we're at war because we need to do what? One more time.
Gather yourselves together. Yea. Gather together, O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. We're that nation. And we're at that moment that now we have to gather ourselves together. Go ahead. What you got?
One of the things that I noticed about us being the nation not desired is you could tell that that's us because we don't even desire to be around each other.
That's crazy.
The first thing black people do when they get money is move away from their own people. So that's how you could literally tell we the nation that's not desired.
And you're so right.
Right. Somebody's
No. She don't want to. Yeah, and you're so right. Any questions in the room before I turn the class over? You too hot? I don't know how you got it.
I'll go ahead and turn it.
All right, I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna turn the class over to Priest and Officer Kahal.
All right, give me 1 second.
All
right.
Yeah, I've been up all day.
Okay.
It might take a little second for y'all to see it on the school. Let me go ahead and get it for us. All right. This is the ISUPK security announcements. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Also remember tithes, which is a commandment that can be found in Numbers 18 and 21, and also Malachi 3, 8 through 10. It means in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, which is 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. Also, we have a priest fund, which is a free will offering, and it's not mandatory, but it is greatly appreciated. It's whatever you want to give. It could be a bottle, funds, whatever's on your heart. For the upcoming holy convocations, I believe it is it's the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. That is Sunday, the 21st of September.
So go ahead, get with your camp leader, see where it's going to actually be. I believe we're having ours here, correct?
Yeah.
Most High in Christ. All right. You see, so that's the up and coming Holy Convocation. If you want to be a trooper in the school for the brothers, remember to wear black boots, black pants, shirt, and headband. And with that being said, then at Israel Amijah, which means to stand. Men of Israel Amijah Shabbat, Amijah, Barak, Yajmatah. We're going to turn Sar to the sisters. Sisters, you can go ahead and stand. Men of Israel, Amijah Shabbat, Amijah, Barak,
Yahweh Shema Batham B'Shem Yahushai.
Yahweh Shema Batham B'Shem Yahushai.
Yajmatah. Class dismissed.
Okay, you want to leave? Read?